Family, you know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, get comfortable. We'll start the night like this. Life is a game of poker. You have to play the hand you're dealt. A wise player can play a weak hand and win the game. Rick Warren. You know what it is. It's about to go down. Oh, yeah. In the building. Good evening and welcome to the Open Mic presented by the legendary, I said the legendary, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. Why? Because we've been doing this and doing this and doing this well every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on one of these streams, and we truly appreciate you, and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. Stay tuned. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we would like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs and the Howard Gilman Foundation for hosting our free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute. Trust and believe every dollar counts. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the and only Ron Mar Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. That cat's dope. I promise you, that cat's dope, man. Appreciate you so much, Ron. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Tonight's theme, dealer's choice, the hand you're dealt. Listen, this is just one of those things, right? Sometimes, I remember a song in the 90s, shout out Skilo, right? Cat said, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. Right? Right? You know what I mean? But when you're dealt with, cards that say 5'2" compared to 6'4", you know what I mean? What can you do? You have to make the best of it. So that's kind of what we're looking at this evening. If your artwork is not on theme, that's still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your brilliance this evening. So next week's theme coming at y'all. Timing. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Pendulum. swings. You just ever heard those? That just infernal ticking. It's just But what they say, Father Time is undefeated, right? That's what we're going to be looking at next week. So bring your genius. All right. Also, upcoming themes. Listen, gonna be crazy. Listen, y'all. We are just about in September. Can you believe it already? Like, goodness. Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic stage as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that go into your delivery. So please turn your cameras on. As you're ready to approach the mic, have your artwork ready. All right. Analog, digital. If you're playing music, which is totally great, make sure your original sound for musicians is on. I see our resident musicians are in the building. Listen, we're going to get it this evening. Also, make sure you are changing your Zoom name to coincide with how you want people to connect with you before or after you get down. Make sure you're putting your information in the chat so we can continue to build the greatest community in the world. All right. Artists, you got 3 minutes to rock. All right. 30-second intro to let the folks know how they can connect with you and all that you do. All right. Keep in mind, there are folks on this list, right? I can do this all night, folks. But keep in mind, there are folks on this list, all right? So try to keep it right, keep it tight so we can keep it pushing, all right? We have reached night 9:30 for the babies, folks. I promise you there are explicit lyricists in this community, and they will bring about some triggering flashbacks at times. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship, other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Thou hast been warned, right? What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. Living, breathing trigger warning, folks. Right? This is what freedom of speech was created for. You are in that space. Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy back with the room. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. And all of that energy is going to be returned to you in the energy and the performance of every single artist this evening. So make sure you give it up, share that energy with the room. It's necessary, folks. I promise you. The guaranteed list tonight is closed. All right. Sign up begins 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. To sign up, you go to Nuyorican.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and you'll need an artist RSVP ticket to get on the guaranteed list. All right. And they will not populate until 24 hours before the show. All right. So stay tuned. Also, if you're in the tri-state, shout out Soul Preem. Also, listen, La Sala de Pepe is gonna continue, right? It's gonna continue. All right. Also, Final Friday Slams hosted by Tony McPherson. It's going down. All right. Tonight's list. Look at all these incredible artists came to share their genius with us. So let's do it. Here's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good people? It is great to see you all. It is great to see you all. Oh my goodness. Listen, let's jump this off. All right. I'm going to post the list in the chat. There have been a couple of changes, but hey, as artists, we're fluid, we adjust. Coming up first, I see Professor Platinum in this building. And listen, every time I see this cat, man, I get excited. Shout out to all the educators in the building for real, because when this cat comes through, you're about to get some real work. The one and only Doug Silver in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Professor Platinum. Always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental, very much. And you're an educator too, so I thank you for that too. Good to see you, RMT&al the Poets, as always. This one's on theme, and once again, it's a ghazal, the ancient Arabic poetry form. You'll hear that the last word, which in Arabic is the radif of each couplet, is repeated. And then the word just before it each time, which is called the kafaya, changes and rhymes each time as well. My piece is called Dealer's Choice. I'm back at the same casino as if it's my only choice. The odds are stacked against us at the whim of the dealer's choice. I ask her where she's from as she places my drink on the table, and I shake the dice again, the hope of a healer's choice. I grew up here, she replies with a little half laugh. Everyone grows up here as she touches her swelling belly, rubs and feels her choice. A tough place to have a baby, I think. A tough place to have anything, maybe, I think. But she's the one who's making her own decisions, so no one steals her choice. Then she walks to the bar to fetch another round, pulls her apron, ties the knot just enough so it almost conceals her choice. When her shift is done, she's home again. The others sound asleep, but not her, not yet. Her nightgown loose fully reveals her choice. As I take the elevator to my room, thinking of her, writing this piece, betting once again, our bodies and minds are not the dealer's choice. Thanks, Elemental. Thanks, everybody.
You see, and this is what I always look forward to when people do this. Unmute yourself, give it up for Doug Silver.
Let's go. Amazing.
Oh,
Thanks, everybody.
let's go. You know, listen, there's something very real about when Doug Silver gets down, right? Again, shout out the educators. And I love how you know, put it into form that way, right? And the way that you just keep bringing that, like there's something very powerful about that poetic form, sir. And I appreciate how you're digging into it as deeply as you are. Really. He said it's at the whim of the dealer's choice. The hope of a healer's choice. He said he shook the dice again, and it was the hope of a healer's choice. Like, come on, man. Tough place to have a baby, I think. Yeah, tough place to do much of anything. And he said her nightgown reveals her full choice. Like how you do what you do, sir. And I really, really appreciate the textures in the poems that you write, sir. So continue to do what you do and share it with us. Appreciate you, man. For real. Listen, there's a couple educators in the building. I see you, Marianne Teff. We are going to hear from her very soon. Also, listen, it's going to be a great night, folks. Listen, the Starship is underway. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this cat continues to come through. Listen, last time this cat came through,
What's going on, Elemental? How you doing? How's everybody doing? So I do have one poem to share. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure if this could pertain to tonight's theme. But it's a poem I did in honor of Bob Barker. I'm not sure if many of you guys know, but this past Monday marked his 1 year anniversary since his passing. So I wanted to do a tribute poem to him. So without further ado, this is called Dear Bob Barker. Dear Bob, thank you for the legacy you left, for the love that I felt when I was at contestants row. Was I stressing? No, but praise God from whom all blessings flow. I got my blessings when the actual retail price came out to be, well, priceless. I like this. Wasn't always the brightest. My numbers weren't always the highest, but when it came to playing Plinko, I didn't give Mr. Barker a Cinco. Instead, I gave him a full 1,000. That's how often he kept it within a matter of seconds. But time was all I streamed while I seemed to gleam in order to redeem the dream from the steam of guessing the price of ice cream and the scheme of not falling into a dark space like cliffhangers. Bob Barker had me yodeling in Motown, singing his praises at the Showcase Showdown, where I was 10 toes down to being a winner, which, ironically, are my pronouns. Sitting at home away from my computer, away from Zip Recruiter, thinking about the way Bob Barker maneuvered my childhood as a TV consumer, wishing that I wouldn't be a loser, hoping I could go home in a scooter, or better yet, something super like winning a friendly pet so I can control the population and have them spayed or neutered. Bob, you were the sun to everyone's day as you were the moon to everyone's night. Even with Alzheimer's disease, you continue to hold on and fight. Now you're floating up there in heaven with so much love and light. Your sins are paid for by Jesus, so we know the price is right. Boom. Rest in peace, Bob Barker.
Talk that Price is Right talk, man. That's what I'm talking about. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. For real.
Yo, that's how it's done, y'all. Like give it up for Warren Dixon. That dude, like, for real. I appreciate everybody who comes through and does what they do. Bob Barker was a piece of Americana in everyone's household. At some point, if you had grandparents or aunties or somebody at the house was watching The Price is Right during the day. Believe it. And the worst, of course, is when somebody bid $1 and won. Like, damn it. But he really was kind of one of those folks that brought a light and energy to the world when he was doing what he was doing, right? And Plinko just happened to be a dope ass game, so I appreciate that. Appreciate you, Warren Dixon, for real, man. For showing love to a great man. Appreciate you. I apologize, folks, for the audio issue. I'll see if I can, adjust some things and make sure we keep cooking. All right, coming up next. Listen, I don't even see him. I don't even see the cat. What? There he is. The cat that always has a rhyme that's right on time. And I promise you, every time he comes on, he has a way of just putting a smile on your face, like, because he's just that dude. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Eddie. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Always great to see you too. Thank you for making us feel every color but blue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for pushing on through. Remember that we love you. All right, my name is Ed Potasso, feeling fantastic. Please and time you can join my rhyme file for Sublime. I got 2 short pieces, so I won't take any more time. This is called Silent Defiance. When I was a boy, I was a broken toy. I was so slow, my words didn't flow. I searched for understanding, my mind was demanding. I didn't understand books, no matter where I look. I found a book with a cat in a hat. I read on a colorful mat. The patterns were easy, my mind felt breezy. I read day after day till the doubt or bullies go away. I started writing poems. Some were black and wholesome. I want to verbally portray, you can learn your own way. My voice was silent from inner defiance. My words are poetry. Would you like to see the words inside of me? Thank you. And the other one's called Without Instruction. Please go as you glow. If you know, you know. Please be nice and glow. Don't be shallow or hollow. Listen to your gut. Hope you're out of the rut. Please no more give no fucks. You don't want to be a Peking duck. Please pick up the pieces. The pain might decreases. Please, you're not alone. You're not attached to stones. Everything is a puzzle. Use your cognitive muscle. If it's hard, take a break. Don't stay perplexed or awake. It will come to you. Keep swimming the blue. Please don't beat yourself up. You can save the dumpster trucks. Rome wasn't created in a day. Go stay or play to enjoy today. If it doesn't come, please don't beat a war drum. It takes a bit more time. Some things are worth the climb. Thank you.
Absolutely right, sir. Some things are worth the climb. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie Foreman.
Thank you.
Eddie.
Like I told y'all that he would just put a smile on your face because that's what Eddie does. Like even his own smile is infectious, right? And he's always got it, right? So I appreciate that, Eddie. Really, man. Like you're such a positive, motivational cat, man, with your poetry. Really. And I think it has its place because there's not a whole lot of people who are always so damn bright, sir. Like, and I appreciate you for staying committed to that brightness. Really. Um, he even said, "Would you like to see the words inside of me?" Like, we've been getting to know those words inside of you, Eddie, for years now, man. And it just keeps evolving, right? In the second piece, you said, "Please, you're not alone," right? I think that's such a sentiment that we need to share. It will come to you. Keep swimming the blue, right? So now this cat is like auditioning to write poetry for Dory, I guess. I don't know. Like, just keep swimming. This guy. It's gonna be Eddie Foreman poetry coming out of Dory's mouth next time. Watch. Appreciate you, Eddie, for what you do, man. Sharing it with us. Appreciate you. All right. There he is. Coming up next, this cat who listen, he's doing so many things as a dad, right? Trying to work out the bedtime thing, trying to work out the poetry thing. But he continues to make time to come through and rock with us, right? If he has the time to rock with us, the one and only Rich Glennon is in the building. Come on, Rich. Let these folks know what's good. If Rich is in the building, listen, because listen, the last couple of weeks, right? Rich has had the babies with him, right? And they've been like, listen, Dad, like I get it that you need to do some poetry, but I need some dad time. You know what I mean? Rich, what's good, man? Let these folks know what's going on.
Hey,
Great to see you, man.
Sorry, I was lying down. Hi everybody. Uh, okay, so Rich Glenn on Tumblr and Instagram. I always forget to say that. 3 short poems. The first one is called the first one's called Runner Up. The first one up gets dibs on the coffee cup. It's a prize for the early riser, like steak knives or peanut brittle. They have to give something. They have to give a little something to the one who stopped running. The second one is called Bunnies. Cows go moo, ducks go quack, but bunnies don't go hop. They hop as they go, but they don't say a lot. The most I've seen them do is chew. Still, they're too cute to boot from baby books. Even a toddler with a volume on her knees will notice if it's a hair lighter. So we stuff words into their mouths like lettuce. It weighs them down, unhoppable, and they stick around, intending to rebuke the libel, but not able, while we garnish them with pastel eggs and go gobble. And this last one is called the Sun. The Sun. Her work is that of a mother's, except she makes her own hours, pulling strings on flowers when she's high, perking postures into the confines of sun visors when she's low. There's nothing she can't grow. All right, thank you.
That's just how it's done, y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Rich.
Nicely done,
Glennon.
Rich. Very nice stuff. You are truly a poet.
Like, I love the realism in your poetry, Rich. Really, because I think it's important for you to be able to communicate your poetry with everyone, right? You have babies, and your babies need to be able to understand your poetry too. And the way that you're able to wrap your creative genius into a package that even your babies can understand is incredible, sir. Like I really need you to know that. That's pretty incredible. In the first piece, right? The runner up, he said the first one up get dibs on the coffee cup, right? Um, you got to give a little something to someone who's, to the one that stopped running. I love that. You're up first, Hey, if not, you got to deal with second place. Um, bunnies, but bunnies don't go hop, right? Like they don't go hop. That's just right. Dogs go wolf, ducks go quack, but bunnies don't go hop. They hop as they go. That's just crazy. They're too cute to boot from baby books. Pastel eggs, pretending to rebuke the liable, and then the sun, he said, pulling strings on flowers when she's high. Like, man, again, so very textural in your work, Rich, and I appreciate you for sharing it with us. Make sure you are following Rich Glennon. That cat's all kinds of incredible. Appreciate you, Rich, truly. All right, coming up next, listen. This cat right here reached out recently, say, hey, some things going on, and life does some crazy things, but I promise you, this cat is dedicated to being exactly who he is, and I appreciate him so much for that. So coming up next is the one and only Enigma Catman Bill in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Catman found out he's a brother from another mother from outer space also recently too. Great to see you, sir. Take it away.
Well, thank you. Catman Bill is coming to you this evening from Hartford, Connecticut, in his bathroom. And it's as good a place as ever to do a show. I mean, we all do shows in our bathrooms, don't we? Of various bodily functions. So, and I'm before I get into a quick song, I just wanted to, I know I've talked about how when guests come over for dinner, invariably somebody needs to go to the bathroom. They come up to this little place here and they do their business, and then they could go over here and use, do you see that there? Use the paper towels. But do you think they do that? No. What they do is they turn around and they walk over there to my bath towel. And they don't realize that that bath towel has been rubbing my scuzzy body for days and weeks. And there are some parts to my body that I rub more vigorously than others because it feels so good. And they're happy to save the earth by not using paper towels and throwing them away. And what can I say? So with that in mind, do a song called Keep Your Nose Out of Mama's Business. It's an old song from the 30s, somewhere back then. Nosy Mose had a gal named Rose. He was jealous as can be. He would pout if she went out and asked her questions constantly. Day and night he would keep in sight, trail her all around the town. One day Rose got tired of Mose, and this is how she called him down. Keep your nose out of mama's business, or you will get yourself in bad. If you don't stay out of mama's business, someday you're gonna wish you had. I can handle my affairs, so let me be. Anything I give away belongs to me. Keep get yourself in bed. If you don't stay out of mama's business, someday you're gonna wish you had. When I'm out with fellas, don't you fret, 'cause it ain't your business what they do or get. Keep your nose out of mama's business, or you will get yourself in bed. You shouldn't worry if mama has a thrill or two, just as long as mama saves enough for you. Keep your nose out of mama's business, or you will get yourself in bed. Keep your nose clean.
And
Thank you.
if you're gonna clean your hands in Bill's house, make sure you use the paper towels, as he said. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Cat.
Yeah.
Use of this is not going to destroy the world.
Oh my
What can I
goodness.
say? You know, I had a cat sitter come by for a few days watching my cats, and I told her explicitly, leave the lights on at night because, you know, I want to ward off any nefarious action. What does she do? She turns off the lights. And then I scold her for it, and she refuses to answer my calls to watch my kitties again. But, you know, a little you know, things to do that you should do when you're asked to isn't hard to do. Thank you.
It's the simple things, right? It's always the simple things that make the biggest connotations, right? Mountains out of molehills sometimes, right? I love the swing on your music, right? Keep your nose out of mama's business. I love that. It's like a bluesy swing kind of, like, I love that. And I don't hear enough music like that anymore. But I really, really love that genre. That, again, it's so bluesy. Like, it's it's fantastic, sir. And I appreciate you for, number one, the bathroom aspect, and number two, for always bringing your creative work to share with us. Thank you, sir, for continuing to do it at a high level. Truly appreciate you. All right, coming up next, listen. We're just gonna continue to do this, all right? This next cat has been doing this and doing this and doing this well longer than some of us have been doing it. The only member of the original Nuyorican Poets Cafe anthology that I know. I like to call him the Jedi Master. This is the one and only Paul Skiff, ladies and gentlemen. Please unmute yourself. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, it's great to be here with everybody again. I'm going to depart the poetry realm and read something that's prose. I'll just try to set it. I'm just going to read some paragraphs from a story. It's done in a persona, so it's like a persona story. And I'm just going to start out on the first page, but then I'm going to skip to the 10th page to catch a few paragraphs there. So there might be a little disjunction. My first visit to the unemployment office was reported on radio, along with 334,000 other first visitors to the unemployment office, up 12,000 over the month before. I don't know who the State Department of Labor and Finance uses as their voice of public diplomacy to report those totals, or who those totals are mouthed to. I kind of like to think the figures just wash over a huge cathode display in some deep basement situation room under a squat ferro-concrete Nouveau Roman federal building that sort of functions like a liver or a lower intestine. And knowing the main function of government bureaus is ensuring their own individual existence within the dedicated revenue stream. Reports of my presence at a particular social services station accumulate really just to ensure some other person's employment within government. That is why my being on unemployment is a highly patriotic duty. Sensationalized statistics amount to a real news scoop for the Department of Taxation and Finance. They get a high media profile, beat out, say, the National Weather Reporting Service or even Radio Free Cuba for that limited moment of false consensus with its predetermined immoral questions. But I've already introduced myself to discontinuities through the technique of unemployment, which has acclimatized me to human regression and stagnation. I figure if I perform activities strictly devalued, so my life is mostly an unnoticed event, not a tappable route secured to the inverted world of unmet needs where no one really participates in each other, the secret bureaucratic spirit of unreluctant docility, faith in redemptive power from the organized scarcity of basic human rights and other legal forms of inequality won't control monger me into scarfing up robotic routines like it was a higher sphere of reality. In the intervals between converting my 1-A 406.211-69s from the Department of Taxation and Finance, I've been customizing my current man stopper for the secondary market. I've reduced the sear slop to prevent stovepipe jam, done some hand-cut checkering, added a beaver tail safety, beveled the magazine well. The front sight is a ramp blade with 40 lines per inch now. Nothing can make you feel like you are living in a counter society on the edge of a sub-universe more than installing a 23-pound low-rated recoil steel guide and buffer, giving the barrel a throat job and polishing the feed ramp, all while chewing on the words to an unpopular song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't like you anymore. I just about got my social contact area down to a 4 by 12-inch space of my mailbox where I'm pursued by aggressive corporate lovers who let me know I'm wealthy and admired with their flirt mail. We want to give you our $1 million prize. To you, Paul Skiff. Paul Skiff, will you accept our special offer? We love writing to you, Paul Skiff, so please tell us what to do. Corporations are finding it harder to penetrate my life with their class instincts of economic self-perfection, hope boosting, and to positive sacred forces in the spiritual bank now that I occupy myself browsing through 158 grain semi-wad cutter hollow point plus Ps or 40 S&W 180 JHPs that arrive out of that gun barrel at 981 feet per second and other serious chamberings that will reflect critical tack penetration on a K-zone of an NRA B6 bullseye. I'm thinking more along a 389 ACP Hydroshock that will get flawless feed from a triple tap technique with practically no muzzle signature in low light since federal immigration dropped to extradite the super of my building while he and his wife screamed into their pinched enforcement blanched faces something about cosa igual sucedió en la Alemania nazi en los años 50 cuando atacaron los judíos líderes de uniones comunistas hasta cual fin los llevaron los campos de concentración y los hornos crematorios. Hey, I figure if they are combing the environment to exploit the shaky status of the marginal community resource base in my neighborhood, since I'm no longer being used as a tool to create wealth for someone else by being employed, the corporate need for defense with its civilizing function will want to protect its investment sphere by meting out similar extraditionary treatment to me. That is why the next time I get a phone call from a computer in Hollywood asking me to be in movies, or a computer from the county services guaranteeing me I shouldn't worry about there being a cemetery plot for myself, I will remind myself it's a fact. You can be severely injured by cup o' soup or a jelly donut, and I will feel reassured pushing the envelope of my constitutional guarantee to perfect neutralizing effects of my favorite launching platform when I hear how, in order to promote Western cultural values, some authentic American in the rulership of the governing class will kill a bill in the state legislature to show how government gets overprotective of a big company. At such times, even the slight trigger take up on my little old voice just seems to disappear under the stress. Blam, blam, blam. Thanks.
Yeah, sometimes a poet's words can sound like bomb drops or gunshots or gumdrops. It just depends on which way we're aiming. Unmute yourself, give it up for Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, brilliant. Very well done. Thank you.
You know, when Paul Skiff approaches a poem like, and listen, even though he said it was like disconnected, right? Oh, I'm going to jump here, so it may not be a whole lot of cohesiveness, right? And he does it. The Jedi Master does this. He's like, oh, I'm going to give you a couple techniques over here, then I'm going to flip over here to see how well you can keep up with it, right? We got you though. And you do what you do, like I said, on a very high level, sir. He said being unemployed is like a highly patriotic duty. Who says that shit? Paul Skiff does. Organized scarcity of basic human life, yes. Chewing on the words of an unpopular song, that's called poetry, sir. Sending you flirt mail, I love that. Sending you flirt mail with your name on it, like I love that. I love that. The triple tap technique, come on, man. That's like, an executioner's dream, right? Triple tap. A call from a computer asking you to be in a movie, like, I don't get those calls, sir. The cup of soup. Damn it. Poor people of the world unite, my favorite launching platform, rulership of the governing class. I love how you flip that. Show how government gets overprotective over a big company. They don't have enough money already. Crazy. Thank you, Skip, for doing what you do, man. Like really at the high level that you do it, and sharing it with us. Real quick before we move on, let me shout out a couple of folks. Joski C is not able to come this evening. He's not feeling all that great. Olivia Infante, I see lots of folks in this building. Bill Peck, Mia Seifert, Kelly Broderick, Max Powers, Maddie Little, Ulysses Morales, Adelante, Kim Nelson, Shane Riley, Madeline Bradell. Listen, if y'all are from a class, let me know, man. I appreciate the professor who pushed y'all in here. And if they did, let me know. I want to shout them out. But I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. All right. Coming up next. Listen, the storytellers are in the building. This next incredible poet, let me tell you about this cat. He does books like this and like this. And you see how he's the only cat that I know who does this. I like to call him the Vincent Price of poetry, the one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Ike. It is always great to see you. And let me say, I'm looking forward to the next whatever book that you're going to publish, because I'm sure there's another one working in your brain. Please take it away, Ike.
Walk Over My Bridge is an abstract lyric adapted to Ginopetii, number 1, by Eric Satie, 1888.
Sadly, I kissed you again and again. Sadly, I missed you. I like to scream. Gladly, I like to see you once again. Badly, I am bewitched, and you seem so sane.
I walk along a day and think of it all. But anyway, nobody seems to be the somebody. Nothing is my all. Remaining is what I call no more of anything. The past sung a word covered with all my pain. Madly I kissed you again and again. Sadly I missed you. I like to scream. Gladly I like to see you once again. Badly I was bewitched, and you seem so sane, and you, me, once hand in hand walked all over me, walked over my dream, the rainbow bridge. So I talked astray out of day into dark. And at the end of my infamous play, I found a name, your name. And that name looked at me. The past, now ours, the future, just a thing. Sadly, I missed you again. What a shame. Badly, I need your kiss. I like to scream. Madly, I like to meet you outside my dream. Gladly, the rainbow bridge never disappeared, and I always will remain. Yes, I found a name, and that name found me. Now ours, just the same. Arm in arm in a painting, born again, bursting colors in a magnetic storm. Now that I can feel, now that I can see that you are the only one. Way up high, a lonely cloud, imagination traveling across my all-breathing turbulent sky. I point my finger and we stop to say, nice to meet you. Hi. Are we lost? Are we happy? Are we smiling by touching this universe? We carry all in us. We may just left to wonder why we experience a miracle so tall. Human inspiration sailing beyond limitation. My heartbeat jumps any wall. Yes, it's our call. I see you, little cloud, as we are, to see us forever together. It's simply wunderbar. I love you. And madly, sadly, gladly, badly, our bridge, if I may, our cloud, at least for now, reaches beyond any divide. I love us, we humbly say, and hand in hand, we steady walk, we never sway. Just follow us. Follow our rainbow, we say. How about let's kiss us every glorious day? Thank you.
told y'all. That dude, I told y'all, that dude's like the visit. I'm telling you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Wall.
Beautiful,
Ike.
beautiful, miracle, wonderful.
Wonderful. Absolutely.
Ike just, Ike is one of those folks. He's so locked in, as I mentioned, right? He is a author of multiple books, right? And he is very dedicated to his writing. And I always appreciate you when you come through and you're in your zone, Ike. And tonight's no different, right? He said, nothing is my all. That name looked at me. What? Now powers the future. Like when you think about that, like what is gonna power the future? You know, I missed you again. Badly, I need your kiss. I'd like to scream. Damn, man. Like, wunderbar. Like, I really, really appreciate what you do, sir. And having the strength, right? Having the strength to stay at that level and deliver your work. Like, it's pretty magical. Thank you, White, for doing what you do. As I said, looking forward to what you create next. Mainstay of our community, folks. Make sure you plug in with Ike Waltz. All right. One more poet before we go to Ron. Also, real quick, shout out Joseph Borda. Shout out Professor Gelfand from James Madison University for getting the students in the building. Truly appreciate y'all. As I said, educators in the building. Love when the students come through, man. Listen, you are now, seeing what the greatest community in the world looks like. So appreciate y'all for coming through. I haven't said this in a while, man, but it's been a minute. Great Scott, we have a pleasant gesture. I'll say that. Shout out the poet laureate of Teaneck, New Jersey, Scott Pleasant. A friend of ours and a community member, Joski C, is not feeling all that great this evening. That's why he's not here. But he wanted to pleasant gesture his spot forward, and he asked me to rip. So before we go to halftime, I'm going to share a poem this evening for my man Joski C. And listen, the students are in the building, man, and I love it. I really do. And I'm thankful that the educators are in the building. I've already told y'all where y'all can find me. I'm gonna share some new shit with y'all, right? In the vein of what we do. Kind of goes the theme. We'll see. This is woo, it's been a minute, y'all. But listen, the greatest community in the world, to every poet who came before me and every poet who's gonna come after. You're amazing. And the only reason I can do what I do is because you have helped me get to this point. This is really new shit, for real. Shout out the paint slingers in the building. This is Numbers Don't Discriminate. Numbers make sense, and sense from Dewey Decimal to correctional bicentennial negative integers become insequential in regards to crime and colors of men, with 3 strike prefixes praying to holy reapers for non-existent leniency under repugnant robes. Strike new auction sound blocks, come to order, bend rules, break families and backs with gavel handles, carve out centuries of sentences still unread by illiterate iterations of trigonometry, make you number, property, new slave representative of once upon a time called free. Turn DOC, cash crop, and big pharma backyards pulling blood from turnips like rotten teeth from mouths of fancy madness made of money. I mean power. I mean the type of sickness that would curdle a cannibal's stomach into Candyland. Chutes and ladders make it hard to escape a devil's paradise where they monopoly blackjacks just for craps and giggles, make them dominoes falling. Sorry, less sorry, yet so sorry, as in condolences, more Pasha Parcheesi relieving simpletons of complex movements become night terrors that boogeyman REM sleep into burning building where alarm clocks scream Bloody Mary, extra hot sauce, nice and spicy, just a few Scovilles hotter than hell no, as arsons make love to flames one ember at a time. Fire. With every centigrade at its Fahrenheits of Ohio players yanking oxygen from when I grow up, I want to make soul music, cover it in ash, sing it good night, sweetheart, tuck it into s'more the same, just a different toilet. Believe me, these beasts are comfortable with raw meat between teeth that preach salvation and separation from practicality to dominance at $1,000 fake plate steak state dinners, holding glory in greasy palms and manicured egos, DuPont doubloon goons, plantation profits dug from Uncle Tom's cabin floorboards, call it bootstraps, using bullets as pesticides with mad attempts to eradicate poverty, make it fertilizer, workhorse, dessert course for greedy ghouls that enjoy gobbling truth and spit out lies, call it sunshine, good morning, rising with a rosy red fuck you called you're only 4 years behind, work harder, your parents weren't slaves, right? You can catch up, can't you? Peace, y'all.
Whoa, what a powerful poem. Thank you so much, Joski C, for this Scott Pleasant gesture. Everyone, what a rare treat that we actually get to hear from our host. Please unmute yourself. Give a big round of applause for Elemen2al.
Yes, Elemental. Thank you. That was great.
You should take every excuse to read something here. Just make up any excuse. It doesn't matter to me.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Truly. Appreciate all y'all. Listen, really, you know, I really love this community so very much, man. I really can't thank y'all enough for staying and rocking with us and continuing to rip that new shit and bring that heat, right? Like I get excited about this for real. Like I know I'm the host, y'all, but I get excited about this for real, man. Love y'all, truly, truly appreciate y'all. Listen, before we move on, we are gonna toss it to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. Ron, how you feeling this evening, man?
I'm feeling okay, and what a nice treat, what a wonderful gesture of Joski to have you perform. So this is great, so thank you, Elemen2al, for hosting, and I'm also glad that whatever internet issues, they are all good, because since the beginning of this open mic, we've had you with us and no more disconnections, so I'm glad that everything works okay, but this is what I'm here for as your tech assistant and backup, just in case. Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Mark Thompson from the programs team at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Very quickly, before we move on to our next performer, what is coming up at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe? Tomorrow is, can you believe, the last Friday of the month again, and as Elemen2al already mentioned, yes, it's our final Friday Slam at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater in Times Square in Manhattan, New York City. If you didn't win one of our Monday Nuyorican Bowery Slams and moved on to compete tomorrow, we actually do have a lottery slot available tomorrow. So feel free to come, be in the audience, judge, or put your name in to perform. We welcome everyone. So we look forward to that, hosted by Tony McPherson, and Luna Rosa will be spinning at the DJ table. And she is also scheduled to return as the host this coming Monday at the next Nuyorican Bowery Slam at the Bowery Poetry Club. And yes, it is Labor Day, but we will continue to bring you every Monday and every final Friday of the month. So thank you guys. Come on out in case you are in New York City. And if you are in New York City this weekend, may I also recommend a program not by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, but it is by Daso, who is an incredible entertainer and musician. He has performed at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe as recently as before we closed the building a few months ago for our reconstruction. And he will be at Tompkins Square Park in the Lower East Side this Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. I will be there as well. So come on out. It's a free event, music, poetry, and community. So if you can make it, we welcome you there. Then we are continuing our Nuyorican karaoke evenings at the restaurant South of the Friends in the Bronx, hosted by Paul Concasso and tech assistant Matthew Marroquin. And the next dates, it's every 2 weeks. The next dates will be September 7th and 21st, 9 p.m. in the Bronx, free admission. And since it is a restaurant, you can also purchase food and drinks there. Then we have open mics at La Sala de Pepe. Elemental mentioned it and Paul Skiff validated it in the chat. These open mics are just incredible. We are having them as we're taking a brief summer break from the Lower Cider Center. We will be back there later in the fall. So in the meantime, we're bringing you free open mics at the art space La Sala de Pepe. I was there at the first one 2 weeks ago. I couldn't make it yesterday, but I heard from my colleagues that it was again a wonderful, great turnout, full house. It is hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, who has performed and won a few of our Monday Bowery Poetry Slams, and he actually is on the list to compete as one of the performers tomorrow in the final Friday Slam. So we are thanking him for hosting those open mics. Next one, September 11th and the 25th next month, which happy August, it's almost over. Sorry, summer in the North here is almost over, but no worries. We will continue our programs, including online, Thursday night online open mic, our weekly online open mic with Elemental, as he mentioned, to sign up for an artist spot 24 hours before that on Wednesdays. We open the artist RSVP spots, and if for any reason they have reached the capacity or you weren't able to sign up, just let us know and we will add you to the good luck round, which will happen after the guaranteed list. And 2 days ago, we also released our monthly episode of Beatniks on the Road. This time we have poets from New Orleans, hosted by Tony McPherson. And you can watch that on our Facebook page or YouTube channel, which is also where you can watch the current live stream and any past recordings of our online open mics. And even though we are no longer live streaming to Twitter, we still put links there. So in case Twitter and X is your only social media, you can still link from there and watch our free episodes online. Also online free, our newest Poetry Slam workshop hosted by Tony McPherson. That's every second Tuesday of the month. Next one is September 10th. Go on our ticket site online to RSVP for a free Zoom link. That one is capped at 10 attendees. So if for any reason the one in September already is sold out, then just sign up for the one in October. It's happening all the way to spring of next year. And for any and all of our upcoming programs, just head to our calendar, nuyorican.org/calendar, or go to our link tree, Nuyorican Poets Cafe, where you will see all of our social media links, our website, and anything else that we want to make you aware of, because we love you here. On that note, you're not here to hear me talking about upcoming programs, but you are here to listen to our wonderful performers. And coming up next is my namesake. I know he was in Zoom briefly last week, but I believe it's been been quite a while, like I believe over a year since we last heard you perform here. So Ron Bremner, welcome back. Remind everyone where we may follow you, and then the next 3 minutes are all yours. Happy to see you again. Hello.
Hello, Ron. Hello, Elemental. You can find me on Facebook under my name, and you can find me every week at the Lime Square Poets on Thursday Zoom. Also, every month on the Brownstone Poets on Zoom and Calling All Poets on Zoom. And I'm glad to be back after about a year. So I'm sorry, I have to apologize for those who have heard this before. I see a couple of people who did. I didn't realize that, but I hope it won't be too terrible. Ideas percolate on this steamy evening. The landfill of the mind accepts all incoming garbage. As usual, I cannibalize the draconian grog and filter the Sturm und Drang that would draw out the vomit in my soul. And another day's useless energy prepares for blastoff. And there you are, drained and hollowed, clawed and chiseled, you grate against the real, where, trashed and bashed, sanitized and slandered, you embark on just another beginning of another day in the joyous hayride through sacrificial hurdles. You are poignantly deluded. I am pointedly delighted, and together let us rage into the guns of summer. Thank you all and have a pleasant evening.
And that's how you show up and show out. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ron Bremner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron! That was great. Good to hear you.
Woo.
It's important to hear so many different aspects of our artwork, right? And then how you deliver your work is also important, right? The reason why I love writers and artists is because, you know, you could give an artist a piece of writing and 10 different artists are gonna produce that work in different ways. And I appreciate what you do, sir. You called it a joyous hayride through sacrificial choices. Like, what? There you are, drained and hollow, right? I appreciate that. To me, there's a lot of texture there, right? Hayrides are crazy as it is, right? But then when you add that very real situation, it changes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's been a while, but I appreciate you for coming through. Don't be a stranger. Appreciate your work as always. Also, before we move on, make sure you are showing your love to Ron Mark Thompson. For real, that cat's all the way dope. We would not be rocking without RMT. Appreciate you all the way out in the Bronx. Shout out to BX. Listen, that dude's all kind of incredible. Appreciate you. All right, coming up next, all the way out on the East Coast, this incredible musician continues to come through and share some incredible work with us. Tonight will be no different, I guarantee you. The one and only Bill Elkins in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Bill. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Elemental. Yes, nice to be with all you. I live out here in Long Beach, California, right downtown, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Anyway, I can be found on Instagram, Facebook. The one that I really follow is Instagram. So Midwestern Bill 51. Anyway, I'd like to do a song. It's entitled Eva Pavinska. It's a song, a love song about somebody that I once knew in a past life. As you know, Elemental, I love writing love songs about relationships, and this one's no exception. Here we go. Baltic Sea eyes, golden hair. She's my Venus from Krakow. Uh-huh. Mystic dancer, my exotic tightrope walker. She strips me naked with her luminosity. Precious angel, my existential muse. She awakens me from my indifference. Yeah, she does. Oh, cosmic child, my bohemian lover. She vanquishes my demons with her body and her mind. Eva Pavinska, you rescued me. Your intrinsic beauty you let me see. I guess we're as close as two can be. Our love will be forevermore. La la la, la la la. Eva Pavinska, I need you. La la la, la la la. Eva Pavinska, I love you. Blue, white, red, double life of Veronique. We talked about these films when we first met. Oh yeah, we did. I remember how we first looked at each other and somehow knew we'd be together. We walked along Berkeley Marina, looking out at San Francisco Bay. We stopped to hold each other as the fog rushed in overhead, and I whispered in Eva's ear that I loved her. Eva Babinska, you rescued me. Your intrinsic beauty you let me see. I guess we're as close as two can be. Our love will be forevermore. La la la, la la la. Eva Pavinska, I need you. La la la, la la la. Eva Pavinska, I love you. Eva Pavinska, you rescued me. Your intrinsic beauty you let me see. We're as close as two can be. Our love will be forevermore. La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la. Eva Pavinska, I love you. Thank you, everybody.
Sir, it is horrible to be a musician and a romantic because you end up with stuff like that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Yeah! Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Really do.
You know, you're pretty cool with it, sir. Like you put the whole thing, right? Like shout out the daughter of Krypton. We're gonna get to her. But she was saying how Berkeley Marina, especially during the Kite Festival, is amazing, right? Listen, anytime you're looking over the city, shout out the city. Anytime you're looking over San Francisco and you whisper anything in anyone's ear, it's over. I'm just saying, it's over. To be that damn romantic and to do that and set it up like that, sir, that's why I said it's pretty difficult being a romantic and a songwriter. But it works well for love songs. And you do it very, very well. One of my favorite lines of yours, sir. She stripped me naked with her luminosity. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. Like, come on. Such a songwriter's line, but so fantastic. Like I could feel the warmth coming off that line, sir. Thank you so much for writing it. And for the love that you had for her and sharing it with us. Truly appreciate you. That dude's pretty incredible. Appreciate you, Bill Elkins. Shout out to LBC. Shout out to all the Giants fans in the world. Going down. Appreciate you, Bill. All right, coming up next, I mentioned the educators were in the building. Here comes another one. This incredible educator has continued to come through in all the things that she's got going on and the stress. And listen, shout out Jules. Hopefully everything is going good. This is the one and only Marianne Teft in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. The pleasure is always mine. Thank you for remembering Julia, and good night, RMT and poet friends. I am on theme with a poem that was inspired by a tattoo that the very same young lady brought home about 8 years ago. It's called Queen of the Deck. I heard the table talk about you. Said, be careful what I do. You're the one who switches hearts like a dealer shuffles cards. Think I'm going to follow suit? Give you one more heart to hold? Me do it. Always play my hand above board. You think you got all the aces. You don't really know me much. Bet we'll soon be trading places, what they call a royal flush. Think you got it your own way? Cocky as the king of spades, till your full house tumbles down. Watch the Red Queen wear the crown. You thought you'd take all the tricks. No one here to call your bluff. Thought I was the kind to fold? Better call me Lady Luck. Maybe now it's time to call it. You've been playing games enough. Don't be so quick to cash your chips when you're playing games with love. It's close to your chest, but don't play me. I'm the queen of the deck. Thank you, poets.
Yo, that's how you just, goodness. Unmute yourself, give it up for Marianne.
Oh, nice, Marianne. Nice. Great stuff, as always.
What a clever wordplay. That was amazing, Mariana. Amazing.
Dude, for real. Like, wow. That reminds me of people playing spades, right? I don't know if all of y'all are familiar with the game spades, but it reminded me a lot about that because you were just slamming cards on the table like, take that one. Here's another one. Here comes another one. Like, oh my goodness. That, like Ron was saying, right? The turn of phrase, how you flip the queen of the deck, right? All of the wordplay in there, like I couldn't even keep up. Like I couldn't even keep up. Heard the table talk about you, right? Switches hearts like a dealer, changes cards, right? The royal flush till your full house tumbles down, right? You thought that I was the kind who'd fold? What? What? Don't be so quick to cash your chips. Like, damn it, Marianne, that's got to be one of my favorite poems of yours. Like, oh my goodness. Shout out, Jules. And I really hope that the tattoo that she brought home is as dope as that poem. I'm just saying, like, I really do. Thank you, Marianne, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. That was incredible. Thank you. All right. Coming up next, we have got 3 poets left on the good luck round. 3 on the guaranteed list, 2 on the good luck round. Maybe a couple other folks stepping in and we make room for them. But coming up next, this incredible artist. Shout out Jersey, shout out Newark, New Jersey in the building. This incredible poet, artist, activist continues to be a part of every struggle, every issue, every feeling, because she continues to feel it as she has. And I'm telling you, it is always great when she comes through, because I feel like I always learn something from this woman. I don't know why, I don't know how, but she is connected to so many different things, and I feel like she has such a spirit that we all need to hear as much as absolutely possible. The one and only Tamam Tracy Momcour is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
No, well, it certainly is good to be here. I've enjoyed everything that I've heard, and you especially, sir. Those images were bap. You were sending them out, but I really enjoy because everybody is so different. This poem is entitled A Polynesia 2. I believe it's on theme, but in a different way, because we have to live with the hand that is dealt to us. So, A Polynesia 2. Piano music speaks softly. Melodic tones flow into the souls and let the people know there is hope. Riding atop the crescendos, galloping over dissonance towards peace. Notes lightly dance across the keyboards, harmonically leaping and twirling into major and minor chords, awakening the desire to be free and live peacefully in serenity in the inner city in spite of an atonal existence. Arpeggios reach for the sky, airborne in their intensity to fly high above bullets singing in the night, piercing hearts numb with fright. Zoop, fly, arpeggio, fly high above dope smoking coke in the streets, fired up with the heat of ostinato sounds emanating from Uzis. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Fly, arpeggios, fly swiftly into the blue seventh heaven, not crime, but trying to find faith before it's too late and life ceases forevermore. Faith sits on the flat 5, not seen by the naked eye, but heard in the diminished run by hope that rises with the sun and races with the wind in search of a friend called humility, who will be introduced to humanity with pianissimo tones of love. Point.
Searching for a friend called humility? Come on, y'all, like, unmute yourself, give it up for Tamam Tracy Momcour.
Yeah.
Yes. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. You're muted, Ron, if you're trying to rap.
Sorry about that. Okay. Hey, Tamam, that was wonderful. And I wanted to reiterate, it was so beautiful to meet you in person in Newark, last month at the Dutch poetry event with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. You are
I just took him out.
You're just an incredible poet, Tamam. You're amazing.
No, well, you were at New Jersey Pack, and I enjoyed myself immensely. I really, really did. And it was safe, and parking lot was right there, and it was a good, good time. And thank you for coming to Newark.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Listen, shout out Newark, New Jersey, man. Shout out Newark, man. Like Newark. Listen, I've gotten down. Shout out to NJ Pack. I've gotten down at NJ Pack, man. Shout out Team New York, right? Like, listen, NJ Pack goes so hard. That's Mary Baraka stomping grounds. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it is amazing that we get to do what we do, folks. Right? I truly feel like I have the best job in the world because I get to be here with y'all every single week. I get to just set this stage so you could just destroy it with every poem, like with every song. Like you just burn it down, and I just have to rebuild it after every. Like it's so magnificent to be here with y'all, and I'm so thankful that y'all do what you do. Tamam said there is hope riding atop the crescendos. I love that, right? Minor and major chords, awakening the desire to be free, right? High above bullets singing in the night. Trying to find faith before it's too late. Searching for a friend called humility. Like that's just one of my favorite. Like, thank you for doing what you do. Really. And like I said, what you do and how you do it, like you even inspired my mom. Shout out moms. Like for real. And I thank you for staying committed to doing what you do. So thank you. All right. Coming up next, this next poet hasn't been around in a while, right? But has found the time to come back and share his incredible artistry with us. The one and only Douglas Kala is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Hopefully you've been doing some incredible work, right? Great novels or great music or great screenplays, whatever it is, we're here for it. Great to see you. Let the folks know where they can find you. Please take it away.
All right, guys, we'll do. So I haven't been here in a while. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I've been doing other online mics, but glad I got back to this one. You could find me on Instagram, Douglas G. Kala, or Facebook is the same, Douglas G. Kala. This one, I've been going through it a little bit, so I've been trying to write through some feelings, and this is a new one. It's called Wilting Daffodil. Spokes in my tires flattening. I need defibrillation to keep my heart from atrophying. Hopelessness pervades psyche, proving to be psychosomatic, causing symptoms to reawaken, reticence with every step, eggshells crackle underfoot, stampeding toward the door, clawing at my own skin, as if these cavernous walls will close in on me. At daybreak, the sun bleeds and the crescent moon ascends. Asinine is my thinking, aptitude negated by toxic environmental variables. They introduce themselves to me as platonic friends who make nice, setting up precocious playdates. I see through the veneer. Makeshift malevolence materializes and mobilizes me to entertain self-injury. Ideations aerate, but there's no plan. No blueprint to puncture my skin and let the bleeding begin. Benign my affliction is for now. It can quickly become cancerous as my resilience to fight falters. I need to imagine the light. I am a defunct machine without rhythm, platelets no longer doing their job to reconstitute my flesh as if no wounds were sustained in the making of this slow motion car crash, colliding head on with forces beyond my control. Systemic decompensation. Dogged is the battle. Riotous is my prophecy. Fledging are my pursuits. Becoming the gladiator in the Colosseum, swinging his battle axe at an unseen enemy. Thank you.
Well, damn it. I will tell you this. Someone will bleed. Damn it, guaranteed. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Douglas Collins.
Yeah, Douglas.
Wow. He said swinging his axe. I love that, right? I love the whole the barbarism of it when you're swinging an axe, right? Like there will be blood. Like it's just I just love it, right? When you approach poems that way, right? Though, like you said in the beginning, right? Eggshells crackle underfoot, right? Clawing at my own skin, right? Makeshift malevolence materializes. Like, come on with that alliteration, man. And that's heavyweight words on that too, right? That's a 2-piece and a biscuit. Put you to sleep with it. No blueprint to puncture my skin and let the bleeding begin. Right? I need to imagine the light. Like, come on, man. It's that kind of work. Honestly, it's that kind of work that inspires other writers, but also when you hear yourself say it, right? Like I try to, allow myself to say it about my own self. Like, damn, that cat writes some shit sometimes. Like, he might be kind of good at this. Like, let's keep going. So I appreciate you. Douglas. Don't be a stranger. All right. Keep ripping that new shit. For real. Keep working on that. All right. We have got 4 more artists in the building this evening, unless some other folks come in. But listen, as I said, we're gonna make room for this cat, right? Our brother all the way from India. This cat has been rocking with us for some years, right? Author of Light Shadow Life, author of Less Unmeshed Life, host of his own open mic, Less Unmeshed Life. This cat is a farmer. This cat is a dedicated community member and an all-around just dope-ass human being. The one and only Unmesh Mohitgar is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Unmesh. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Great to see you all. I am Unmesh Mohitkar on Facebook and Instagram, and it's wonderful to be here. I have been part of this community from last 4 years, starting with the pandemic. Amazing, amazing. It has really impacted my life for better. So thanks all for that. Here we go. Sleeping on my bed, dreaming about a nothingness, which I have never been able to achieve. Nothingness is the heaviest load to carry in dreams or in reality. Thud, clatter, plates falling, crashing silverware. The whole house is awake. The kitchen opens in the living room. Nobody dares to go to the living room. Everyone in the house decides to ignore my son, who was sleeping in the living room, knocks on the bedroom door. I had to come out, revealing uninterested, unenthusiastic. The kitchen has turned into a World War battleground, with cutlery and plates wildly strewn all around there on the cupboard. I saw some movement, small black figure with a tail. There it was, the rat. The rats ruled the kitchen with an iron fist. I looked at him. I thought he would run away, but this rat was from the warrior breed. He never shied away from a little fight. He looked into my eyes. I looked back. I'm not good at looking down on anyone, but this rat was at a height and he was looking down upon me continuously. His eyes pierced through mine, straight to my heart, checking my heart rate. Is there any chance of a probable heart attack? Bigger wars might kill you once. It's the smaller fights that you suffer daily prepares you to die in the war. Rat was still there at the top of the cupboard. Suddenly, something touches my feet. I jump in the air and land on another rat. Rat is dead on the spot. Bloodless coup. Biggest living thing I had ever killed till now. The rat is still looking down on me. I shudder to think tomorrow might be his day of revenge. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
See why I love this dude? Because this energy is so real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Unmesh Mohitka.
Yeah.
Unmesh is so real with it, y'all. Like, honestly. Unmesh has had this energy. Like he said, he's been rocking with us for 4 years now. Yeah. And he's had that level of energy and that level of intensity since we met Unmesh, right? Damn it, Unmesh. That was hot, man. Dreaming about a nothingness, right? That nothingness is the heaviest load to carry. Listen, but when he started talking about that rat, though, y'all, like he had me, right? He said the rat ruled the kitchen with an iron fist, right? This rat was from the Warriors breed. A few of your community members jumped on that. Was just like, this rat is from the Warriors breed. Like, I've seen some fearless things in my time, and a lot of time they're in the kitchen, whether it be bugs or rats. It's just like, listen, it's gonna be me or you, homie. Like, it's gonna be me or you, and I love that. I really do, Umesh. But this one, it's the daily fights that prepare you to die in the war. Like, appreciate you, Umesh, for coming through, for taking time. Listen, we'll always make time, man. Appreciate you for coming through and doing what you do. Truly. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you for saying that, Ron. You should see the rats in New York City. Oh, you should see the rats in New York. Like, they are so, like, unbothered by people. Like they are so unbothered. Like they just walk right alongside you on the sidewalk. They come darting across the sidewalk when you're walking down. They're just like, hey, I'm walking here. Just like everybody else in New York. They're just like, hey, I got space here too. But yeah, I appreciate that, sir. They are of the warrior breed in New York, no doubt. No doubt. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Umesh, for doing what you do, sir. And it's wicked early. It's wicked early where Umesh is, right? It's like 6 a.m. where Umesh is in India. Like, it's crazy. But he gets up early to rock with us. Thank you, Umesh, for doing what you do. All right. 3 more poets this evening, folks. Coming up next and closing out the guaranteed list, this cat continues to come through, whether he's standing or sitting. He didn't cut the locks now, but he's still on point, continuously getting better with every poem. The one and only Prince of P in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Well, thank you. The first one was called Daisies. Pull from my mind are dandelions, my bloom. Better yet, I call them daisies because they're bloom bright. The fugitives in my sturdy steps, though in caution, is always fighting the currents of the ocean. For my ink, I donate these daisies in poetic multitudes. If the shadow self tries to destroy these daisies, as if you're the wolf blown down houses. But the pocket full of sunshine days are gold. They are my life lessons to share with you. That's what we call before it disappears. Beauty abound before me today. As I sit in the park, I notice the beauty around me. One day I won't be young. One day I will be a time machine. By the age of 80, I will remember my youthfulness. There is beauty in it. I will be youthful, but in the face if I live right. Before that happens, it riches abound. Before being spacebound, even seeing the beauty in the even seeing beauty in both hemispheres, seeing the beauty of achieving dreams that definitely seems impossible, not really. When I'm done, I will have seen all beautiful things. And the last poem is called Reminder to Leave. Always talking torrential dreams that are constellations. Signs of it are all around me, like someone leaving hints that they love you. Yet I am made of dreams and nightmares. Oh, my dreams to save me, yet they seem like nightmares. Nightmares if it's more than what I expected to be. Drowning that sea like someone without a life vest. Pushing me to do unfamiliar deeds to reach the spacious skies of my potential. Again, I'm reminded of those dreams. New York Times, go to NYC, go be a dream chaser. The reminders to go are there like petals of flowers, perfectly laid down. My dreams remind me of my favorite midnight snack, so escape-inducing like cooking and cream. Yes, so anyway, because it would be my first time leaving the unknown for the unknown. Do I want to see this cold container for a refrigerator again? Do I want to see these snow-covered walls again? My dream tastes like tiki masala, so succulent and delightful. Like Taylor Swift, I want to be pulled by invisible strings on Cornelia Street. Perceptibly, it could be like getting catfish. It may not be real. So it had to be still in the reality of the moment while I chase things not hoped for that have yet to be seen. Only by faith I have seen it. Many men may or may not hate. My dream got bait in front of me. The bait is the certainty, filling my heart with confidence, knowing I am on my way. So I don't want to be swept up by the midnight drink of the night, the darkness of regret, the darkness of what is. I have finally found my compass. Thank you.
Yo, that cat said the darker the regret, the darker the what ifs. Oh, shit. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Principe.
Yeah, Principe.
Nice.
All right, Principe.
Yo.
Beautiful, Principe. I saw you briefly in an Instagram live a few days ago, and the hosts from that organization, they were just mesmerized by you. So keep writing and keep performing. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Listen. I don't know if I don't know, but you may have just had one of the lines of the night, sir, with that one line in your second poem. One day I will be a time machine. Just like one day I will be a time machine. Man. Like in the first poem, Daisy, you talked about the current of the ocean, right? The poetic multitudes, right? As if a wolf blows down houses, right? Even in third piece, right? Made of dreams and nightmares, right? Shout out Meek Mill. Don't be a dream chaser. Shout out Meek Mill. First time leaving the known for the unknown, scary thing, right? Dreams taste like tiki masala, right? Like Damn it, that one day I will be a time machine. Woo! That's a rough one, sir. Love that line. Love that sentiment. Really. Keep writing, Principe. Every poem is getting better. Appreciate you for sharing it with us. All right. That was the end of the guaranteed list. We have 3 folks, actually 4, right? Got another one. 4 folks on the good luck round. So let's get to it. Coming up first, our resident superhero is in the building. This next poet makes space and room for so many poets on so many platforms, right? Whether you need a Pictionary game, whether you need a poetry game, whether you need a movie night, this poet works it out for you. As I mentioned, I like to call her the daughter of Krypton. The one and only Finn Bell is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
It's always good to see you too, Elemental. Hello, beloved poets. You can find me on Instagram. I am Finn_Bell. And just like I promised to Doug Silver, I'm going to share a whole bunch of gibberish with you guys. So this is by way of questions, a few stream of consciousness, and then finally a poem/guide on how to make a prayer from John O'Donohue. So first question is my life path preordained? Is each card dealt a test of strength and character? Rewrite the rules, rewrite the stars. Each day is a fresh start, a reshuffling of cards. So today is Tuesday, 29th August. The sun is in Virgo, waning crescent moon in Cancer, earth and water elements. Live in reverence. Today I am with my soul in a reverent way. I am listening to longings, mine and others. I am making prayers for what calls me. I am being still. I hear the sounds around me. I hear the sounds of the universe. My own soul is close enough and large enough to inhabit the space. So this is a prayer for your wild soul, John O'Donohue. Give yourself time to make a prayer that will become the prayer of your soul. Listen to the voice of longing in your soul. Listen to your hungers. Give attention to the unexpected that lives around the rim of your life. Listen to your memory and to the inrush of your future, to the voice of those near you and those you have lost. Out of all that attention to your soul, make a prayer that is big enough for your wild soul, yet tender enough for your shy and awkward vulnerability, that has enough healing to gain the ointment of divine forgiveness for your wounds, enough truth and vigor to challenge your blindness and complacency, enough graciousness and vision to mirror your immortal beauty. Write a prayer that is worthy of the destiny to which you have been called. This is not about any self-absorbed narcissism. It is about honoring the call of your soul and the call of eternity in you. Take as much time as you need to find the shape of the prayer that is appropriate to your essence. It might take a month or a year. When you have shaped it, memorize it. When you have learned it by heart, you will always carry this gracious prayer around the world with you. Gradually, it will grow into a mantra companion. It will be the call of your essence, opening you up to new areas of birth. It will bring the wild and tender light of your heart to every object, place, and person you will meet. Thank you.
You don't know how she could be so heavy, but still be so light. Unmute yourself, give it up for Finn Bell.
Yes, Finn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
girl. So soothing. Like, I just felt like that was like your words washing over me, calming me from a hard day. Just like word whisperer, you know. I loved it.
Did she just give you a book title? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there was a horse whisperer. There's a dog whisperer. She called you a word whisperer. Like you're whispering sweet nothings to words. And my only question would be, what are words whispering back to you? We know it's called poetry. If my life path, she said, is my life path preordained. Rewrite the stars like that. Rewrite the stars as if the pattern determines. Reshuffling cards, right? Rewrite the stars, reshuffling cards. I'm not huge on the astrology, but I think you said something is in Virgo and the moon is in somewhere, and then the earth and the water elements are doing some things, which is why fire is not hot right now. It's hot as hell, but fire signs are just not that hot right now. Listening to longing, making prayers for what calls me. That listen to your hungers in the third piece. To the voice of those near you and those you have lost. I think it's always important to keep an ear open for our ancestors because they continuously try to speak through us. Ointment of divine forgiveness for your wounds. That damn texture. There we go. Worthy of the destiny you've been called. Like, find the shape of the prayer that is appropriate. Love it. Appreciate you, Finbell, for staying dedicated and staying so controlled in your delivery. Thank you for doing what you do. Shout out Grasshopper. Shout out Vector. All right. Coming up next, Vector. That's my guy. Coming up next, this incredible artist. Listen, we're going to continue to make time for this incredible mom. She's got so many irons in the fire, right? But she still makes time to make sure her pen is sharp enough to come and share some incredible artwork with us. The one and only Elizabeth Horan is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much. And Finbell, love following you. It did. It soothed me and calmed me before my reading, and I needed that. I needed to breathe. Okay, so rather than tell you guys all about why or what, I'm just gonna read them. Yeah? Okay, let's do it. Whew. This one's called Golden Hour. I got the beer, no thanks to you. I got the drink, man. I love that golden hour, that first bite, the first moment of hitting the bottle. It's like heaven, how it flows down my throat, brown glass on dry lips, bubbly sunset of goodness, begins to grope the shit dirt. A drink or a smoke, I can't afford both. So I suck off an ego, I suck off a dick. Pay attention, not one thing, but double the work. How I chug both. And why should you care? You have it all figured. House and a wife and a couple of brats. Big deal. Look here, I could have had all that. Were it not for this booze, and I keep it close like a noose. Such a hematoma baby. It's an ugly cousin. Must hide this bastard foster, this fucking shackle master. Like I said, the first kiss is golden. The rest goes to pot. Still, I sit on the curb till tomorrow. Shoeless Jane Doe, dead or alive, a burden to y'all. God, I lined up 5 more. That's a beer for each pathetic Joe I pop. First kiss of brown sunset, worth every damn suck blow, a groveling so low in my freak show sidewalk bar hop. Thank you. And I'll do one more if it's okay. Whoo, hot damn. These are from my book called Alcoholic Betty. This one is called Methods. If you take a bottle of hairspray and hit yourself in the head with it, even if you do it as hard as you can, it won't do much. It's a physiological response our minds tell our bodies not to injure ourselves. It's really hard to knock yourself unconscious with a baseball bat or a golf club. Your arm just won't want to get enough momentum. And even though you're really trying hard, will probably not make sufficient contact with your skull to kill yourself. That's why I like drinking. It's surefire. It's a slow hell. It's a marathon to get there, but if you're persistent with at least a 12-pack a night, throw in some meth and coke and smoke lots of cigarettes, I estimate you will achieve the desired result in 5 to 10 years. And the best part, your body can't even fight back. It has no idea how to protect itself. Now, a final thought. Of course, you could do the real thing. Of course, you could slit your wrists, drive into a tree, put your head in an oven, but really, what is the fun in any of that? If you're going to go out, at least ruin your reputation doing it. Have sex with as many guys as you can who don't love you and maybe get sick from it. You might as well lose your job and alienate your loved ones. They will get used to it. By the time you finally go, they might even say it's for the best. She was only hurting herself and hurting all of us. Thank you very much.
Well, shiitake mushrooms on a salad. God damn it, that's how you do it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth. Hooray!
Beautiful.
Oh, Elizabeth. Oh,
You're gonna make me cry, Elizabeth. You're
man.
still speaking to my demons right there.
Me too.
Thank you.
Oh, that hit home.
Good.
Ooh, that hit home.
I don't know if anyone was expecting that, man.
Yeah, that recipe sounded too familiar to me.
Yeah.
Listen, and I think that's what messed everybody up is she started listing ingredients, folks. Right? And we've heard about some folks who have left the building chasing the dragon. But I don't know what that recipe is chasing. Right? Chasing forever, maybe. She said throw in some meth, coke, and smoke as many cigarettes. Like, yikes. In the golden hour, in the first poem, the first bite, and I love how she said that, right? A bubbly sunset of goodness. Suck off an ego. Or how I chug both. Fuck. What? Were it not for this booze, I keep it close like a noose. First kiss of brown sunset. In the second piece, I love how you even brought it back to the first. Really hard to knock yourself unconscious. That's why I like drinking. And then you throw in your recipe of destruction, right? Take me down to Paradise City, or welcome to the jungle, if you will. You know, and then how you mentioned your body has no idea how to protect itself. Right? What's the fun of ruining it? Gosh, that's a heavy one. Thank you, Elizabeth, for what you're doing, for staying dedicated to being a great mom, and then for, sharing some very, very heavy, intimate thoughts with us. So thank you. 2 more artists on the list this evening. Coming up next, he found his way to us this evening. He has a way of adjusting our week and putting it into alignment. I'm thankful he made it. The one and only Joski C is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Joski. Always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, Elemental, at Joski C. I didn't think I would be able to pull it off tonight, but then I started getting mad. So I got up and wrote this. And this is about Texas raiding the homes of Latina voting rights activists. So here we go. Abuela. La abuela stands in front of her home. Ella tiene 87. Embarrassed in her nightgown, angry as the Texas sun, surrounded by policia working for Republicans. She feels their racism, smells their corruption. For hours she stands as piece by piece they dismantle her security. After 87 years, angry as the Texas sun, police search La Abuela's home for democracy.
Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski C.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joski. And then on some new shit.
And sometimes that's what it takes. Just get a little mad and you get,
Get ill and
provoke it out
mad.
of you. Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Joski. You get mad here all you want, Joski.
Yeah.
And
Glad you made it.
do I have time for one more?
Absolutely, Joski. Come on, man. Hold on. 1 second, Joski. Absolutely. Hold on. Come back.
This is, I could really, I really felt Elizabeth's poem. And because this has been a lifelong struggle for me, starting as a teenager. And so this is called Alcohol's Pronouns. Alcohol's pronouns: he, him, she, her, they, them. You are not afraid of alcohol, but I am. I've stared into its jaundiced eye, lifted heavy yellow limbs. My fingers left divots in the doughy skin. Encephalopathic mumble and groan. You miss them, but you can't call home. Got no numbers, got no phone. I'm fucked, you're fucked. He, him is fucked. She, her is fucked. They, them is fucked. Okay, now I've said enough, except the pain lingers. You are not afraid of alcohol, but I am.
Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski C.
Yay. I'm so glad you shared that. I'm so glad. It's, it's this safe space that makes it happen. You can do it. I can do it, and then it travels and spills over. And next thing you know, we're all holding each other up.
I love that sentiment, sir. You are not afraid of alcohol, but I am. Right. And some people use different things in very toxic ways, right? You may not be afraid of adrenaline, but I am. Right? Because adrenaline is very toxic to people. That's just me. That's just me, right? Ooh, alcohol's pronouns like Joski, like damn it, like woo, woo. That was heavy, sir. I think that has to be one of the heaviest poems that I've ever heard from Joski C. In the first poem, Abuela, like I really love how you set that tone for an 87-year-old abuela to come and smell the corruption of the policia. I truly dig that. In the angry Texas sun, I have no idea. That shit. And the police searching abuela, like very different when you approach it that way, Joski. But I love how much brevity you put into what you do. And it feels a lot like, concrete and how hot concrete gets in Texas. Thank you. Thank you, Joski, for doing what you do, for making it this evening, man. Really sending you healing energy. Hopefully you're feeling better very soon. All right, folks, we have reached the last artist of the evening, and I see she is on the screen. So she has been rocking with us this evening, and we are looking forward to hearing from this incredible artist, the one and only Denisha Roberts in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Listen, great to see you. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please take it away.
Thank you. Hi, guys. I'm Denisha, and you can find me on Instagram at DeniNext. I put it in the chat because it's kind of difficult to spell. So this is my first time actually reciting a poem, and I'm a little nervous, so forgive me. But
as in ever? Or as it just...
in ever. I usually just write. I've never recited, so it's my first time.
Okay. Hold on before you rip. Folks, I'm asking everyone to unmute because this is what I want y'all to do really quick. There's been a lot of different ways that we've done this. Pop the cherry song, one of us. Listen, here's what I want everyone in the room to do this evening. I want you to give Denisha one piece of knowledge or information that you wished someone would have gave you the first time you touched the mic. Go.
Trust yourself.
Yeah, just do you. Don't worry about anything else. Just be true to who you are here. That's all everybody asks here.
Yeah.
We can't wait. We got you.
Yeah, we got you. Own it, and just talk to us, We've all been there before.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Well said, Josie.
Y'all are fucking phenomenal. Hold on. I'll come right back at you, Denisha. Hold on. Y'all make me all emotional and shit. As the host of y'all, you know what I mean? Like showing love to the people. I love it. But honestly, like thank you all of y'all for doing that, right? I wish all of us had something like that to do, for our first time on stage when our nerves are going crazy. Let me just add to what your community members just said. Be authentically fearless and leave it all on the microphone. The time is yours. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please take it away. Oh, well, no, we gonna make sure it's right. We can't hear you yet. We gonna make sure it cooks. Hold on. We gonna make sure it cooks. We gonna get there. Hold on, folks. We gonna get there. One more time. We're gonna get there. Hold on. We still in silence here. We are gonna get there, folks. Thank you so much for your patience as we work out difficulties, but we got there. Come on, Denisha, take it away.
Okay, so this one is called Your Hands. It's a little heavy for me, but here it goes. Time. Looking at your fingers, I remembered each print that rescued me from the doom of being pursued by another. The prints that traced my ways as I fell in rhythm with your chivalry. But time. Pulsating beats and a pulsating heart, my stranger felt like home. In low lights and shaded eyes, I allowed myself to hold your hands. Gone but returning, you searched for me, tracking time with each step taken. I had become yours, but time, once painted in vibrant sprays of color and spunk and essence, suddenly drained to sepia in my mind. But wait, time. Each finger we connected laced my destiny with yours, as fickle and as concrete. I was sand in your hands, each mold and squeeze adding and depleting me, my world, my everything. But things are different now. Soft words spoken from strength, fingers dripping with blood of a heart that was squeezed. I've looked at your hands and found them guilty. Release me from your palm and let me wash away the dirt of hands that were lost. Let me hold your hands instead of dying in them. Let me remember your hands with love. Your Honor.
Yo, y'all heard that shit too. Y'all heard that too. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Denisha Roberts.
Yes.
That was absolutely magnificent.
One of us. One
Wow,
of us.
Thanks, Terry. Tell her. Terry,
One
tell
of
her.
us.
Oh, that was
Right.
wonderful.
Beautiful.
I love that piece.
Yeah, come back. Make sure you come back here.
Yes, I will definitely be here next week.
Good. Good, good.
So,
Yes,
just
girl.
so you know, so many different ways that we could do this, as I said, from the jump, so many different ways that we can do this. But as I've said before, you have fucked up, man, royally. Because you have to be here now every Thursday night to rock with the greatest community in the world, because you are now a member of said greatest community in the world. And that, ma'am, is how you show up and show the hell out, right? From the doom of being persuaded by others, like, right? Like my stranger felt like home. Oh, I have become yours. Like, do you know how like tantalizing that is to say that to anything or anyone? Like, I have become yours. I was sand in your hands. That's just rough. Soft words spoken from strength. I have looked at your hands. They're guilty. I have looked at your hands. Shout out moms again, because every time my mom's like, you got your dad's hands. Like, stop. Really, thank you for doing what you do, sharing it with us. Welcome, as I said, to the greatest community in the world. Shout out to homie. Yeah. Show our love, homie. Appreciate that. Listen, it's important. It's important for you to know how much your work and your effort and your energy connects with your community. You are felt and heard. So make sure you find your way back. Listen, folks, we have reached the end of the night, right? It has been a great evening. Shout out CCR Chagra. Shout out Dre Reyes. Shout out CP Mays. Listen, also I wanted to, shout out Finn Bell, right? This I'm telling you, this incredible poet, I trust and believe. She is all over the place, even in print. Shake your head all you want to, ma'am. You're incredible. Also, wanted to shout out the veterans in the building. Shout out the vets in the building for doing what they do, for always staying dedicated for what we do. Shout out all the educators in the building. Thank you all. I really can't thank you all enough. To every artist who touched the mic this evening. Oh, she has Calamity. She has the Chameleon Chronicles. Shout out Terry Rose Jurtson. To every artist, thank you so much for rocking with us. Make sure you are plugging in to all the things Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Listen, I love y'all like so very much for doing what you do and sharing it with you, for sharing it with me, for sharing it with the world. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it with us. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.